Okay. Uh, top of the docket. We got breaking news.
Breaking fucking news? What?
There was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Day event in Japan, and a player posted on Twitter that they met a female player at this Yu-Gi-Oh! Event. They exchanged some pleasantries, and it was understood that this was the first time that the female player participated in an offline event after only playing Master Duel. That player then left the tournament halfway through. So the person who met the female player was concerned that the meta environment wasn't too friendly for new players, and he posted that he hopes that the female player wouldn't give up on the game. That post then went viral, and the female player saw it and clarified that she left halfway, not because she was sad about losing her match, but because she couldn't stand the smell in the venue.
No foreigners allowed, but you, Stinky, get in.
We covered a story a couple years ago about how we covered. Yes, like a fucking press journalist hat.
Whatever, man.
We talked about a story a couple years ago about how there was a rule about hygiene that was introduced, you know, like 5 years ago, probably at this point, that apparently Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments it got so bad that they had to make an official ruling on hygiene to say that you could be kicked out if you didn't smell good enough.
See, that was in the U.S.
I see.
So,
okay.
We've covered various forms of this story for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Smash, and I believe Warhammer. It's a known thing. It's just a thing. And every community deals with it in a different way.
Oh, the hygiene rule was not international necessarily. Okay. Well, fuck, man. That's brutal. That sucks. Yeah. That if I was like a TO and like that would be a time to have a real moment of self-reflection and like enforce like that's where it's like, okay, what can we set up a booth? Can we set up a quick shower and change where we'll provide you with you know, here's a t-shirt if you need one. Here's towels. You know, like I don't know. That would make me very sad if I was running that event.
So a long time ago, I worked at a call center service, right? And there was a day the girl who smelled sat next to me, and it was bad. She was smelly, and she usually sat in the corner and did her stuff, but this was a more central location. And the guy walked out, and then he walked right back into his office, and then he walked right back out and said, "Everybody go home. You guys need to take shower. All of you need to take a shower."
Yeah.
And literally just tanked the entire workday after like 30 minutes and sent like 50 people home.
Oh,
and then we came back the next day and it was exactly the same. And then that person, they found a reason.
Oh,
they
man.
found a reason to let her go.
Oh, man. That's crazy. I mean, it's an
this is a person that was in some of my classes.
That's an embarrassing meeting, but you got to sit the person down and say, "Can you do something about this?"
This was a person that was in some of my classes, and she was like, "I can't believe I got fired." And I was like, yeah? Did they give you a reason? She's like, "No." They said something about like, it wasn't a good fit or something. And in this situation, I'm like, I really wish you weren't talking to me. I wish you were standing further away from me in this class.
If this were at any place that were not a fucking call center, you would imagine be a series of meetings to be like, hey, can you do something about this, right? Because that happened in QA. There were
really in quality assurance.
Yeah,
really?
There's a level it's not the bar is not very high, but there is a bar. It's really low, and
really? Wow.
There were two particular people that I remember did not meet that bar, and yeah, it was like, hey, can we take you aside for a minute and just you need to do something about this, and in both cases, no, in one case there was no change. In the other case, there was a change, and it was extremely temporary, and then it went back to being the same after a very short period of time. Yeah.
I don't.
Also, as you're describing that too, I'm just reminded of how, like, I'm trying to pinpoint the exact time. There was an exact time in my life where I realized that, like, girls are stinky too. I want to say I probably made it to like grade 3.
What?
Or so, like, I remember I just remember thinking like, no, girls are always gonna smell like perfume.
What, you never caught your mom like farting it up?
Nah, that didn't happen.
Oh yeah, okay.
That didn't happen really. That was not going down. No, there was a very, very fucking flower, perfume, whatever type of experience I had, where like just like, yeah, all girls are gonna smell nice and kittens and rainbows and puppy dogs, right? And then
grew up in a household with its older sister that was 8 years older than me.
I grew up with no girls in the house until much later. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, no, that dream is dead as soon as it's dead.
No, there was a point. And then around college, it was like, oh, bitch, you live like this? Like, I met a couple of those where you're just like,
so,
what the
so that
fuck
was
is
the turning
happening?
point for me. It wasn't like, oh, girls can whatever. It was like, yeah, I'm a teenage boy, whatever. My shit's not together. My room is a fucking sty. And then I saw like once I went to my sister's apartment because she had moved out, and I was like, You're the smart one in this family. Why does this place look like this?
Yeah. Like if you grew up, I'm sure if you grew up like with a sister, like in your immediate family, you probably got experience. You got exposed to that nice and early, and just like fucking, you know. But yeah, that was delayed, and it's like, oh no, like the gross fucking like boys' locker room gym sock smell shit, or the smell of the fucking elementary school Lost and Found. Like it's a very specific visceral memory that I have, where you get hit by that in someone's room and you're like, what is happening? Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, man.
No
equality.
Good.
Everybody stinks. As long as you got to take steps, though.
I mean, there was that one Red Bull tournament, Adrenaline. I took the photo when they just, you know, they had all the Smash setups with the CRTs and a little axe spray, a mini axe spray on top of each one of them.
You know, maybe I'm not the person to talk about this because axe and all that stuff makes me violently ill, right? Because I have a perfume allergy. But adding more smell to a bad smell isn't saving anything.
For you, I understand you have an allergy that makes it infinitely worse, right? Because that goes from unpleasant to like chemically poisonous.
But I don't even mean that. It's just chemically poison on top of the thing unmodified.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The thing is just, I will still take a Febreze over the noxious toxin scent as opposed to like no Febreze.
Oh no, Febreze removes smell. Febreze actually neutralizes smell. Axe doesn't. Axe is just a very strong smell on top of whatever smell you're trying to hide.
I mean, I don't know what then. And yeah, then I guess we're just gonna have to install showers.
It's like, oh man, it smells like ass in here. Oh, let me spray some. Oh, cool, it smells like lemon scented ass in here.
I mean, for me, the Febreze mango fucking thing, it goes on top of it. It's all it is. But there's a reason why restaurants and public places put that in a bathroom sometimes, because it's like, yeah, that'll do. It'll be less. It's better than nothing. It's not the best solution, but it's better than nothing, you know?
Just wash your fucking pits and your fucking genitals and your ass.
But the problem is if we have to create a rule, that means it's not landing. It means it's just not, it's not compatible. It's not compatible with the current group of people that we are or with our audience that we're reaching. So,
man,
like, do you do a sniff check and banishment? Or,
yes,
you know,
you
that like that's a possibility.
Yes. You have a team of judges. You have 3 people.
You know, I think like if you are in a hotel and you have like a room booked or something, then you can at least be like, hey, you can actually go up to this room that we've rented to use the facilities there, and here's a Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirt. You know, do you have something you can change into? If not, maybe we can provide that. Maybe there's a little bag you get, a little goodie bag that's like
no,
$20.
No.
Here's a change of clothes.
One of the TOs, part of your entry fee goes to pay the guy who smell checks you on the way in, and if you fail the smell check, they bring you outside and they fucking strip you down and they hose you down like a dog.
Hose you up, yes, yeah. with the big old fucking extra strength hose spray. Yeah, out back. Oh man.
My tolerance for this is so low.
The problem,
it's so low.
The problem is that what if it turns out to be 4 out of 5 people at the door? Like, what if your entire attendance like is in
that's when you
dire
hit the button
straits
that blows up the whole building and takes them all out.
Well, then you drop the stratagem on your location. Yeah. No, I'm you know, legitimately, like, if you had to solve this problem, I think you'd have to just rent a room from the hotel and give people a bag with shit to change into. You know, that's all I can say, because clearly warning people and telling people and putting a rule and making it a thing is not working.
No, the genuine solution is lifetime ban on first offense. Because the punishment is so severe that like people will have to be careful about it.
Sorry, I was playing with a little, okay, I have a little No Johns, like, speaking of Smash Brothers, it's a controller finger thing you squish to like just and it suddenly just turned really hot and the gel got really hard. So I think I've used it up to its limit. And now it's getting really, really hot, and I don't know why it's doing that. So this is I'm kind of concerned. Like, is this toxic? What the fuck is this material?
It's probably toxic. It is a Smash Brothers item after all.
Okay. The pocket warmers that I've used in the past have been.
You should eat it.
So the thing is that this. What? This has not turned hot before. What the fuck is... Okay, that's weird. All right. I've used pocket warmers that have been like the little cloth bag type thing. This thing has just been squishy gel for a long time now.
What the fuck is a pocket warmer? I've never heard of that.
There's hand warmers that you can buy. Well, I mean, in Quebec they have them all the time. It's it's a little bag you buy and you shake a bag and then it warms up and you can put it in your mittens or in your boots.
What?
Yeah. They sell them at Canadian Tire. It's a thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
because it's really cold and wearing those is infinitely more comfortable. And I would not do certain activities if I didn't have them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're great.
Just be cold.
No, I choose not to.
My relationship with hot and cold is so fucked up. I was that weirdo who would just walk out into the winter with no coat on because it's not that cold.
You see, I spent the first years of my life acclimating to the Grenada
the
Islands climate, and then I walked out back into this shit and never fully quite got there again. But the reason why I'm just super confused.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it really did. It was brutal the whole time. When my friends would be like playing in the snow and, you know, like, oh, I'll make snow angels or whatever, I'd be like, nah, I'm good on that, thanks. I'm good on the skating, on the ice hockey, on all of that. I'm like, I don't need the cold. And when it was like, oh, snow job, let me kick snow in your face. It's like, oh, so violence then. We're fighting.
No, that's different.
You've kicked snow in my face, like going, ha ha, snow job. We're fighting now. This is how it's going down. Yeah, no, fuck that. But anyway, no, this thing that I've owned for many, for more than a year now has just been a gel pack, but it's gotten hot and solid, and that's never happened.
Yeah, no,
before.
you were talking about smelly video game players, and it got really hot and hard.
Weird. I didn't think this was a warmer like that. Okay, that's weird. All right.
But yeah, no, lifetime ban for smelliness.
Yeah, I think the tournament itself would get will literally die. I think it like
good.
Yeah. So that's not a constructive way of salvaging the problem. I think a more constructive solution might be one.
Like, hey, listen, if only 1 out of 5 people don't reek, then you can have the fucking winners be the fucking people who don't stink like shit. Done.
Look, there's FGC TOs in the chat right now. Spider, what's up? Running you mad. Thankfully things are not that bad in the situations where I've run shit, but having a room set up just in case is probably not a bad investment.
No, you know what? Okay, so let's talk. Before, I'm going to say one thing that's slightly unserious and one thing that is
DMs
serious.
have come in. You've gotten DMs about it. Yeah. Okay.
So, if someone's determined to be stinky, they should be sealed away in a room of shame to play their set, like fucking plastic.
You can participate from a distance,
right? Well, like a lot of Korean esports stuff, the 2 players are like sealed off in their pods,
right?
But on a serious note, Woolie, if I sat down next to you, right, at a tournament, right, like we don't know each other, and we okay, hey, nice to meet you, Woolie. I'm your opponent. Okay, we sit down next to each other to play Street Fighter 6, right? And right before we start, I go, oh, hold up, and I stand up and turn towards you and just shit all over you. And just blast farts all up in your face and mouth, and then go sit down and go, okay, good, we're good. That would be unacceptable, yes?
Yes, you cannot, a ruling can be made.
So if somebody walks in,
a biological attack has occurred.
So smelly that their body odor is physically affecting the person next to them, they are cheating.
There are already rules about this, as you can complain to a TO if the odor is too noxious. Like we already have that on the books.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh is already a fucking lame card game for dorks. We need to move away from your shitting yourself, not yet, and towards, I'm going to go to the bathroom and wash my ass.
Yes, the problem is that this is going to exist in any activity that is the chosen activity of the no, not yet person, right? Any game and or hobby that makes itself any hobby that makes itself like It's the type of fixation the person that's not willing to shower is going to fixate on, is going to always have this problem. If you get rid of this thing, it'll be the next thing. But there's a category that, you know, you're always going to run into this problem on. Yu-Gi-Oh, Smash, and other
I don't think you are always going to run into this problem if you just ban them for life every time.
The next multiplayer IRL event for the next card game and or tournament game that requires...
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. If you're playing a game like this that has this problem, never an in-person event ever again.
Just never an in-person. The smell problem means just don't even run it.
Okay. Yeah, don't run the event. Just have it online.
like I'm trying to figure out how to how to nail this, where it's like there is a category of game and hobby that's going to attract people that don't like bathing and don't care about that, because this hobby is the type of thing they can hyper focus on and not do that shit. I've told
this story before, and I'm apologizing if you've heard it 10 times. But I was walking with a friend of mine, and she looked and saw the Games Workshop and said, "Oh, what's that?
Oh, God.
That looks cool."
Right.
And she walked in, and she took a singular step into the Games Workshop. And I couldn't see her face because she had her back to me, because I went, "No, don't." Like, I actually held up my hand and went, "No, don't." But I saw every muscle in her body rigid. Like, just full freeze. Yep. And she didn't turn around. She backed out.
Yep.
And then we were on our way. The Games Workshop is... I don't know if it's as bad as it was. It was wild in there.
Some club spaces were different from others. You might recall.
Yes, I do.
Some club spaces in college were very different experiences.
There was one club space that had immaculate hygiene, style, and makeup.
And diagonal from that space. Exactly diagonal from that space.
Was the other one.
Was Biocrimes, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway. Other stuff going.
Stop being smelly.
Like, stop being smelly is unfortunately like rule, or like it's item 6 on a list of 25 things that need to be addressed. Usually
it is the bare minimum for participation in literally any part of society.
And this is the problem, is that this tournament might be the only participation in society that you're looking at.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. That's a really good point. Yeah. I haven't been participating in society for 6 months, but that Yu-Gi-Oh!
But there's a tournament. I can go to that. I'm pretty good at that. I haven't been doing anything else but playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Might as well go try that out.